Hello everybody, today we are going to talk about percents. Okay, percent literally means out of 100. Okay, so a percent is a portion out of 100. So when you talk about 60%, that means 60 out of 100. 1% means 1 out of 100. Okay, so you could also write it, 60% is equivalent to 0.60, all right, which is 60 out of 100, which reduces to 6/10 or even 3/5. Okay, so all of those are a way that you could represent 60%. Percents can be written in fractions in simplest form by writing the percent as a fractional number over 100 and reducing, just like I did here. So I took 60 out of 100, reduced it to 3/5. So there we go. Here's one. Write 35% as a fraction in lowest terms. Okay, so we would write it as 35 out of 100. Let's see, 5 will go into the top and bottom of that. It'll go in the top 7 and it'll go in the bottom 20 times, and that's as far as that's going to go. So 7/20ths would be the answer to that. That's the fraction in lowest terms. Write 100% as a fraction in lowest terms. Okay, well, for that one, we would write 100 out of 100, which would reduce to 1. So 100% is just 1. Write 174% as a fraction in lowest terms. Well, that would be 174 out of 100. Okay, so let's see. 2 will go into 150 times. 2 will go into, what is that, 50, 85, 87 times. Okay, and I think that's as far as that's going to go. So we're just going to leave it like that, 87 out of 50. Okay. Luna the math cat wants to be part of this video today. It looks like she's getting in the way. Let's not get up here. You can climb up here if you like. Yeah. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to write the following fractions in lowest terms. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video here. Write these out of 100, and then jump back on and see how you did. Okay, so 5% would be 5 out of 100, which would be 1 over 20. All right. 168% would be 168 over 100. Let's see. Well, we can definitely get 2 out of there. That'd be 84 out of 50. Looks like I could get another 2 out of there. That'd be 42 out of 25. Somehow that doesn't seem right to me. Divided by 2, divided by 2. I guess so. Okay, so there we go. 42 out of 25. 36%. 36 out of 100. Well, let's see, 4 will go in there 9 times, and 4 will go in there 25 times, and so that's 9/25. And finally, 83 out of 100, but 83 is prime, so I can't reduce that. That's just the answer right there, 83 out of 100. So there you go. Okay. Writing fractions as a percent. So to write a fraction as a percent, form a proportion with the denominator of the second half of the proportion being 100. So write 1/4 as a percent. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a proportion, and we're going to make the second half of the proportion, the denominator is going to be 100. Okay? So now we're going to solve the proportion. Remember, when we solve a proportion, we find the 2 diagonal numbers. That'd be these 2. We multiply them together, and we divide by the other one. So this is going to be 100 divided by 4. which is going to be 25. And then we change that to a percent, so this is going to be 25%. Okay. Now you do this one, 3/50ths. Go ahead and pause the video right here, and then write that as a percent, and then jump back on and see how you did. Okay, so we're going to take this fraction, 3/50ths. We're going to set that into a proportion with 100 being in the bottom over here. So this is going to be 100 times 3 divided by 50. Okay, so 100 times 3 is 300 divided by 50, which is going to be 6. Whoops, not just 6, it's a percent. So it's going to be 6%. There we go, that's better. All right, hopefully that's what you got. All right, a drought affects 9 out of 12 of the Midwestern states. So you can see these are the Midwestern states right here. What percent of the Midwestern states are affected by the drought? Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to make a fraction, 9 out of 12. And you know what? We can actually reduce that because 3 will go into both of those, so that's 3/4. So 3/4 of the states are affected by the drought. Now, we are going to set that equal to a fraction with 100 in the denominator. We're going to ignore this over here now. Just going to look at this part. Okay. That's the part we want to look at. And so this is going to be, x is going to equal 3 times 100 divided by 4. Okay, well I can do this. Let's see, 4 will go into 125 times. And so 3 times 25 is going to be 75%. So 75% of the states were affected by the drought. All right, write the mixed number 1 and 1/8 as a percent. All right, so the first thing you want to do here, you probably guessed it, is you want to turn this into an improper fraction. So it's going to be 1 times 8 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so this is 9/8. And you want to set that equal to something over 100. And so x is going to be 9 times 100 divided by 8. Let's see, I can do this. 4 will go into 8 twice, and 4 will go in there 25 times. So then 9 times 25, that's going to be 225 over 2. And I can go ahead and divide that in there. That's going to be 112.5%. Okay, you get to do this one. 2 3/4 as a percent. Go ahead and pause the video here, solve this problem, and then jump back on and see if you got it right. Okay, so the first step is we're going to take this and make it into a improper fraction. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11/4. We're going to set that equal to x over 100. So x is going to be 11 times 100 over 4. Okay, so I can go ahead and cancel the 4 with that, and that's 25. And so this is just going to be 11 times 25. So 25 times 11, that's going to be 275. So this is 275%. Okay. Ooh, I have a secret way of finding 21% of 80. Okay, so 10% of 80 is 8. 1% is 0.8. Remember, you just move the decimal when you do that. So 21% is 8 plus another 8, because that's 10% plus 10% plus another 1%. So that's going to be 16.8. Piece of cake. Okay, here you go. You get to do 1 through 45 odd in class next time. I look forward to seeing you, and I will talk with you guys later.